Alright, so for this video, I want to get some interaction with you. What I want you to do is take a piece of paper, write on it a singular question: what is the meaning of life? And I want you to put your answer right beneath that question. Take that piece of paper, fold it in half, and put it to the side, and you'll open it at the end of this video, hopefully with a different perspective and possibly a different answer. Okay, just gonna give you a second, go ahead and pause the video if you need to, and right after that, press play, we're gonna pick things right back up. Alright, so we're gonna pick things right back up where we left off, and I'm assuming that one, you have either put the question and your answer on that piece of paper, folded it, and put it to the side. If you did, thank you very much. That will be very fun and interesting to open up later at the end of the video. But if you have not, well, I will not know anyway, so just thank you all very much for watching anyways. Let's continue. So, the meaning of life. What is it? The singular question that everybody wishes to know about, and wants to find the answer to. It is the singular question that is seen as the ultimate question, the big question that everybody wants the big answer to. The problem being with that is that no matter what answer you give, it will be a paradox. Because, much like Schrodinger's cat, it will be right and wrong at the same time. What do I mean by that? Well, most people are familiar with what Schrodinger's cat is. It's an experiment where a person named Schrodinger took a cat, put it in a box, put a vial of poisonous gas inside that box, or is it just poison? Don't remember. But he put it inside that box and put a timer for it to be destroyed, releasing the gas into the box at any time without anybody knowing. And then he seals up that box with the cat inside. I hope he left air holes, because otherwise that cat would not last long. But anyways, that cat would be able to be considered both alive and dead at the same time until that box was, once then opened up to reveal to everybody what was inside, whether the cat was alive or it suffered a death. Until then, that would be considered alive and dead, thus Schrodinger's cat came into existence. This whole meaning of life question, I consider it to be the same thing as Schrodinger's cat, in that you can say what answer you believe the true meaning of life is, and you won't be wrong, but you won't be right at the same time. Or you can be considered to be as such. Hey, but that's actually extremely important at the same time. We are not meant to know the meaning of life, at least not the all-encompassing meaning of life. Because everybody is different in this world. Everybody has their own unique worldviews, their own unique philosophies, their own unique driving methods, what they want to thrive to be, to the ultimate end goal for themselves. My meaning of life will not be the same as my neighbor's meaning of life. Your meaning of life will not be the same as my future child's meaning of life. And why is that? Well, that's because we all have different things that we want out of life. We all have different things we desire to become, all different things that we wish to see, experience, live through. All people are different in some form or way. We all have meanings that are important to us as individuals, but a lot of us have meanings that are very unique to our own personality. Yes, a lot of them will overlap over many cases, but when you come down to it, a lot of us are not going to be copy-paste the exact same as the other person next to us. The meaning of life is a very big and important question because it's something that is the ultimate curiosity. But what if we knew the answer? For example, let's go ahead and say that the true meaning of life would be to thrive and expand our species, to become more and more expansive, to go into the stars. If that was the meaning of life, what would happen once we reached that goal? Naturally, we would stop. We reached the ultimate question answer. We reached the answer. What point is there to go on? What more could there be beyond that? That's why it's important we don't know the meaning of life. Because it's not the answer itself that's important. What's important is the driving force that drives us to want to find it out. Because so long as it's just ever so out of reach, we will keep thriving and trying to know what it is. So the all-encompassing meaning of life for all of life is less so important as it is that it's driving us. But if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. People are driven to achieve things that are out of their reach. We're built in a way where we want to achieve things that we don't actually have the capability to do so at the time. But we want to do it because we think, I believe that I can do that, or I believe that it is possible. Therefore, I will try to do it and I will try to make it happen because that's what I say. I don't care about anything else that you say. You can try to say, I won't do it. You can try to say that I'm too weak, that I'm too incapable. But you know what? Screw you. I'm going to do it anyways. Even entire civilizations have been built upon this entire thought and idea. The United States was based on rebellion. Rebellion against the British in order to fight for freedom. As well as nowadays, it's kind of a rite of passage. In order for a person to mature into an adult, they must first undergo some sort of rebellious stage to discover who they are as an individual. It happens. We are people. We need to experience life and we need to try different things in order to learn about ourselves and find out what is important to us. In college, it's very unfair to ask an 18-year-old person, an 18-year-old just still a teenager, technically. You are still a teenager until the age of 20. It is not a very fair question to ask a teenager, hey, what is one thing you want to study because that is the thing you want to do for the rest of your life? It's not a fair question. I have known multiple people who have changed their majors more than twice in their entire college career. It's not an easy question. And because of that, we end up making choices and decisions that could impact us, but we don't know it until it's far too late. I personally know multiple people who have changed their majors multiple times throughout their entire career in college, throughout their entire time being a student. And as a result, what they wanted to be 4 years prior, even a year and a half prior, changes to something completely different, something on a completely different spectrum, something they never thought about or even anticipated. And that's what happens. We grow up, we gain experiences, we learn, and we discover things about ourselves that we didn't know before that are life-changing and life-altering. And that's what happens as we grow. That's what happens when we start to learn things, that we start to question things and wonder things. What is right for me? Well, I don't like this. This isn't right for me. Maybe I should do this instead. Maybe I should do this. Maybe this is my calling. Maybe this is my meaning in life. The meaning of life is not an answer we should find out, but the meaning for your own life is an answer you can strive for and attempt to find all the answers to that you wish and need. That's why we are not meant to understand or even know the meaning of our life. Well, I screwed that up. Darn it. That's why we're not meant to understand the meaning of life in our natural born lifetime. However, we are supposed to spend our natural born lives finding out the meaning for our own personal life. Knowing that knowledge, I want you to go ahead and grab that paper that you put to the side at the beginning of the video. Open it and see what you put down for the meaning of life. Now, with that knowledge, is your answer any different? No? Well, that's completely fine. But now I want you to ask yourself one more question. Write it down, and instead, I want you to open it a year from now. You're not going to do this, I know it, but hey, this would be a crazy cool thing to see. I want you to ask yourself, what is the meaning of your life? And I want you to put that in an envelope and open it in 365 days. Just put on it, hey, do not read until a year from this date or on this date. Because your meaning of life could be anything. It could be to be a teacher, a parent, a mechanic, or a random guy on the internet who really sucks at making really good jokes. Oh, I'm not a comedian for a reason, but the point of this whole video is that the meaning of life is a question we are never meant to understand. But the meaning of our own personal lives individually is something we're supposed to spend our entire life finding and thriving for. It gives us purpose, it gives us drive, and just like not knowing what the meaning of life is, makes us want to know all the more. Thank you all very much for watching, really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video or the content within, please feel free to let me know down in the comment section down below. What do you think your personal meaning of life is, and what do you think the all-encompassing meaning of life is in a, well, nutshell or in general? I'm really looking forward to seeing some comments, I'm really looking forward to seeing some answers. This is a bit of a different format for me, and I just hope that you all, have fun with it. It's an interesting little thought talk video. It's been a while since we did one, and I wanted to go ahead and get back into it. Thank you all very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. See you in the next video or stream of whatever I do. And as always, I am Pumsquatch. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you real soon. Goodbye.